Hello everybody, welcome to another Map and Lens video, and welcome to a road that most people in northeast biking will know pretty well. This is known as the Helmsley TT, which basically goes all the way from the village of Great Brown. Well, I suppose technically you could say it starts at Stokesay, but for me I class it as it starts at Great Brown and bops all the way along to Helmsley, and it's a really nice bikers road. But as the weather hasn't been amazing lately and it only just seems to have sorted itself out, there's still going to be loads of crap on the road, so we're not actually here today to have a blast along this road. That will be something that we'll do a little bit more in the summer. What we're actually here for is a photo opportunity. So today, one of the local photographers has posted themselves on one of the bends along this TT, and the idea is you bop past it, they're sitting usually on a curve, and get a cool photo of you riding your bike on the way past. Because in all honesty, how easy is it to get a photo of you riding your bike? Not very is the answer. So I quite like these things. It's the second time I've done it, and this is the same lady that's done one before. It's not specifically for me or anything like that. I'm not some sort of famous person in the area. They usually post on different bike forums that they're going to be in a specific place, and then people just pop past. They post the photos on the Facebook group or whatever later on in the day, or sometimes it takes a couple of days if there's editing and stuff that the people need to do, and then you have a look at your photo. If you like your photo, make a cheeky little purchase, and then you're a nice photo of you and your bike. So that's what we're going to do today. Now I think I know where she's positioned herself, I think, but what I really should have done is check the lat along that she posted, just to make sure it's in the same place, which I haven't done. So what's going on there? So I'm just going to guess that she's where she was last time. But in the meantime, it's actually quite a nice morning this morning. What are we now, end of March? So I feel like we're on the absolute tip, certainly in the UK, of the spring summer season starting. Went to a little bike shop to just get my wife a new jacket yesterday, and there was a fair few people in there buying helmets and other bits and bobs and stuff, so that's usually a sign that the season's about to start. But what we can do in the meantime is enjoy this fairly spankingly good road, but enjoy it whilst remembering that there'll be farm crap all over it still, and this always tends to have patches of it that are a little bit wet. Plenty of bikers out today, and I guess most of these bikers are probably doing the same sort of thing. It's a fairly big group that the lady posted on, so it's like the Northeast Bikers group on Facebook, which has got quite a few members. So I would imagine a few people will be bopping past here today, like the other people who just come on this road because it's a class bikers road. Whee! But we'll see. That's the first time I've gone over that on this new bike, and I have to say it's a much more pleasurable experience than it was on the Blade. Whee! If you're ever out this way, honestly, you've not ridden this road, you've got to ride it. Even if you don't have to go like hell for leather along it either. You can just you know, ride at your own pace. It's just a lot of fun. Now, just before we get to the village of Shopyard, one thing to say is what you do have to be careful of when you're doing these photos is that you've got to get yourself a little bubble, a little like air bubble between you and anything around you if you want a nice photo of you and the bike. So there's a group of cars in front, so if I get whacked up right behind them, the picture's going to end up being rubbish. Oh, pet car, it's not just for bikes by the way as well, there's a nice beamer there so cars come along as well. But if you get yourself whacked up tight against like a bike or another car in front, then the picture's going to be a bit pants because you're going to have somebody else in it. So if you want it as just you really do need to try and find a little way to get some space. So if you're not local, well, this is a village of Shopyard. If you're not local, just one thing to be aware, the local gendarmes seem to quite like this little spot here. See where there's this little dip in the curb there? They quite like just sitting in there, so just be aware. You all like to have some fun, but just watch yourself in the village because they do like to keep an eye there. And to be fair, it's a small village anyway, so just watch yourself anyway. There's plenty of this road that you can enjoy. You don't need to be caning it through the village. Right, let's get past this car. And then this place just opens up. Oh, by the way, what I have noticed about this bike, by the way, just something just to draw your attention to is I don't know why it happens, but sometimes at certain speeds on certain roads, the speedo just blurs itself out on video. I don't know why it does that. Absolutely no idea. So if you see that happening, I can only apologise. I have no idea what's going on with that. Does sound good, this bike, like. Woo! For a big bike, you know, she's an absolute gorgeous thing to ride. So composed in the corners. And because he doesn't dive, if you do get your lines a little bit, well, crap, and you do need a little dabble of front brake, which I appreciate you shouldn't, but we're not all perfect. The fact that it doesn't dive into the corner, oh, lovely. There's quite a few patches on this road as well where there's like trees and stuff over top, so again, you just have to watch yourself. And there's one very specific corner, and I'll warn you when we get there, if you come this way, that you do have to watch yourself on, because unless they've been out and redone the road, the surface is absolutely abysmal. It's already quite a tight corner under some trees, but for the last few years the surface has been just thoroughly awful. So you do just have to watch yourself. And obviously this is like full farmland, as you can see, all over the place, so just be mindful. Pheasants and all that jazz everywhere, and farmers who have a very important job to do and whatnot need to be out on the road, and often have mud off fields. So just, as anywhere, ride within your limits. coming down with my wife tomorrow for a drink and her scone. I definitely won't be riding like this with her on the back. Get out of my system now, I think. Tell you one thing, with this being in the first naked bike I've ridden since like a 125 back in the day, you feel like you're going a damn sight faster than you are anyway, just because the wind's battering into your chest. Oh, she's a freaking screamer! So you can see we're coming into a bit of a covered bit now, so this is the bit where one of the sections where there's likely to be shit on the road. Oops, bad word, likely to be crap on the road. And then this is the section where you start to get a little bit undercovered now with the trees, and there you see the road surface is already broken up. It's got massive ruts all over it, so this is where you need to watch yourself a little bit. And this is the corner I was telling you about, so it's quite a nasty left-hander at the best of times, and look at that rut down the middle of the road. Awful surface. Terrible, terrible, terrible. So watch yourself on there, 'cause if you come in there too hot and then you get past that section and the road clears again, and then you're alright. Well, we haven't seen a photographer yet. And then this is a bit of a climb, this bit. Nice views down the side. God, this bike's got some torque, Jesus! Whew. Oh, and then there's a little bit of a left at the top here again where the road surface is a little bit chewed up. So again, just go easy. And then you come up the peak. And then, if it's anything like last time, this is vaguely where she was. Have a little exhaust blast for the Clio boys, who I imagine are all coming to get the photos taken as well. Now, the last time she was not a million miles away now. So we shall see. We shall see what we shall see. This is a favourite biking road when I come out with my mates on a Thursday night bike night. Oh, the other thing you have to remember to do is slow down a little bit as well when you're going past. And also, if you've got a slightly loud can, it's a good idea maybe to just have a little bit of a pull before you get too close, just so the photographer can hear you coming. Now I think it was down here, or she was last time. There she is. And there you go. And that's how you get to fly past. Bit of photography of your bike, hopefully. And then I think what we'll do is I'm going to follow on round into Helmsley, because we've come this far, so we might as well. Plenty of lads out today. So we've finished the ride in Helmsley, and then what I'm going to do, selfishly, is, as much as I wanted to bring you along for this, I'd really like the picture to not have this big camera stuck on the front of the helmet. So what I'll probably do is get to Helmsley, have a cuppa, and then I'll take all these governs off, and then I might do a couple more passes through and just see if I can't get a nice picky, maybe it's for the wall or something. Now that lady, if it is, I think it's the same lady I got the photo from last time. I think she's called Mel Snaps, something like that. I will put a little link in the description. But if you're out this way, it's well worth it. Just rein it in just a little bit, just in case that's our friendly neighbourhood speed vans. Not that we're speeding, obviously, that would be against the law and a terrible thing to do. It's just a canter. God, I love this bike. Oh, wow. I know from past experience this is quite a bumpy section of road, and suspension on this Beamer is just delicious. It's so composed, and it's not even in sport mode, it's in comfort mode. It's just such a nice place to sit. And all the comfort doesn't seem to be at the expense of, like, its ability to go around a corner. Oh, if you unleash this thing, it'd tear your face off. Woo, rein it back in. Well, that was fun. Good job I topped up with fuel before I set off. I think I'd have just burned 12 litres then. Good job there's no fuel crisis going on at the minute and everything's twice as expensive as what it normally is. And this is the beautiful North Yorkshire village of Helmsley. And I would be staggered if when I get down at the marketplace the bike park isn't pretty full. But let's see. Again, obviously all the locals know that this is on the TT, so ride with a bit of decorum, gentlemen, when you're coming through this bit. Let's not pee everybody off. Last thing we want is to be banned from here. Oh, look how full it is. I suspected as much. Bike central today. Let's see if we can find a little slot. We might not. Might have to loop round and come back. Bear with. Bike parking's busy here. Park it up and get a delicious cup of splosh. Oh, I don't like parking the bike, not with the other bikes. I feel like it might be lonely. Might see if anybody goes and move her over. Right. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little trip out. Just a quick little blast. A bit of the Helmsley TT and a bit of what it's like riding past getting a photo. Hopefully you've enjoyed it and that might help you out if you're going to have a go yourself. Enjoy the rest of your day. Get yourselves out there when you can. And I'll catch you all later. Bye bye now.